Hi, I'm Lee Marsden. I'm here today from Alde Heating Systems. I'm currently in a Bailey Unicorn Madrid, and what we're going to do is talk through the Alde system, how it functions and some of the parts that are fitted around the vehicle. Hi, we're here today to demonstrate the Alde control panel as fitted in the Bailey Unicorn. We're going to talk through all the basics that you need in order to get away for the first few days and enjoy your holiday. Now, the first thing we're going to do is talk through this top row. On the top row in the top left hand corner you can see we have the on icon. Now that always needs to be switched on in order to get heating or hot water. If it's switched off, the boiler is off and you can't get either. So press on, the boiler's on, and you've now got the availability of heating or hot water. We're going to move across now to the room thermostat symbol, and that operates exactly the same way as a domestic room thermostat. So simply turn it up, it will switch your central heating pump on and your heating is on. Raise it to the desired room temperature. If in the summer you only want hot water, simply turn the room thermostat down below the room temperature. You'll see the pump will switch off, and then you've got hot water only. The next symbol across is a hot water booster, as indicated by the flashing tap there. The Alde boiler will always give you plenty of hot water for a shower, but should you want additional hot water, simply turn this on, and for 30 minutes the boiler will raise its internal thermostats, giving you more mixed hot water at the shower head. That will switch itself off after 30 minutes. It's worth noting that with that symbol on, your central heating will always be switched off. So if you want central heating, make sure that is switched off. The next symbol across is your gas icon. Now, if you've got the vehicle hooked up with a propane cylinder, you can turn your gas on or turn it off. Then you've got your electric. Now on the Bailey van you do have 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts of electric available if the site allows, and you can, if you wanted to, have your gas on and your electric at the same time. That will give you an even faster heat up. I'm just going to turn the gas back off and the electric off as well. Here in the top right hand corner you can see there's a little symbol, looks like a shaver plug. That's actually indicating that the boiler has its 230 volt power supply to it. If that is missing, as you can see there, that means that the boiler hasn't got its electric power supply to it. So even if we have 1 or 2 or 3 kilowatts selected, it won't do anything unless that little symbol is actually on. So do check. If you find that you haven't got any electric heating or hot water, just check to make sure that that symbol's there. If it's missing, check outside to see if you're plugged in, and also check to make sure that the isolation for the boiler switch is actually switched to on. We've just talked through the central heating pump. What we're looking at now is the expansion tank. Of course, as the fluid heats up, what you will find is that it expands, and it needs to actually expand. That's what the expansion tank's for. So as you see your central heating fluid expand as it heats, it will actually rise in the expansion tank. Now when your fluid is actually cold, you want to have the fluid level in there about 1 centimetre above the minimum mark. If you're refilling the van from fresh, you need to make sure that you've got the right mix of glycol. So what we're using in the van is a mix of ethylene glycol. It's a standard automotive antifreeze that you'll see in car engines, and that wants to be mixed 40% antifreeze, 60% water. Okay, so your Alde boiler is located underneath the front bunk, and inside there you'll find your circulation pump that actually pumps the fluid around the central heating system. It is an adjustable speed pump, and you need to make sure that it's actually on the right setting. So if you find your automatic air bleed valve on the boiler, directly below that you'll see the pump and a little red dial. Now that needs to be set on number 2 for normal operation. If it's set any higher, it will use more battery power and shorten the life of the pump. So do try and ensure that it's switched on number 2. This is the isolation switch for the Alde boiler. If you want to have your central heating or your hot water switched on, if you're working on electric, it's essential that that switches down. Just have a look at your control panel. You'll see that the electric icon in the top right hand corner has appeared, and you know that you've got power there for your heating and your hot water. And when you go away from the van, you can just switch it back off again.